With the omnipresence of smartphones and digital cameras, it's never been easier to record our lives and share memories with our family and friends. But these cameras have a dark side as well. Events that went undocumented for thousands of years are now finally being recorded. From UFOs to ghosts and unexplainable phenomenon, we're counting down the top 15 most mysterious things ever caught on camera. Keith Weldon is well known in the paranormal community. He's an avid believer in phantasmic activity and has spent his life creating machines that can record and document ghosts as they pass through the world. His invention, the Weldon's Box, is meant to allow transcommunication with the dead, meaning that the living can converse with the dead and vice versa. These boxes have become extremely popular, but it wasn't until he and his group, the Chill Seekers, set up his Connect device in an antique store in Rockland, California that he found something truly remarkable. The team was specifically brought in when the antique store owner asked for assistance with a couch that they felt was haunted. After setting up the equipment, the team found nothing of interest. That is, until they started to crank an antique phonograph. Suddenly, the outline of a woman was visible dancing in the corner of the room, and this was only the beginning. After turning the music off, the figure moves to the couch and sits with their arm hanging off the edge. A team member was brave enough to approach the figure, who then takes her hand and even offers a hug. No one can be sure what sort of energy Weldon's machine was picking up, but it certainly resembles a human. This video involves a lengthy car chase outside New York City. Throughout, the driver seems manic. He's swerving all over the road, fully disappearing from view only to crop back up on the highway. The cops are confounded as the driver tears up the asphalt, driving circles around them. The most amazing moment comes when the car moves right through a solid chain-link fence before speeding off into the night. As the headlights disappear, the cops are left baffled as to how the car was able to move through the fence without disturbing it. This video looks like an outtake from the Paranormal Activity franchise. In 2016, a pair of anonymous parents left a baby monitor on to observe their son during the night. It's obvious from the start that this baby is not happy. He cries frantically before attempting to climb out of the crib. This is all pretty standard until the baby balances perfectly on the rail of his crib. A child this age would not have muscles developed enough to perch so precariously, causing many to speculate that he might be possessed. As he stands on the rail, his crying intensifies, almost as if he is being held in place by another force. Before long, the baby topples back into his crib. Clearly, he is frightened and his wailing continues, though the parents are never pictured. This video is shrouded in mystery because no one has stepped forward to claim it, and the YouTube channel that posted it has never responded to media requests. Until someone offers more information, you'll just need to draw your own conclusions about this possessed crib. This video is particularly mysterious because no one has ever traced its source. The 2-minute clip began circulating in the internet in 2011 and quickly gained steam. It shows CCTV footage of a man walking along an empty city street. He's struck to the ground by a bolt of lightning and lays there before getting up and trying to walk away in a daze. A few seconds go by before he is struck a second time. 2 direct lightning strikes are almost guaranteed to be lethal, but the man gets up and strolls away. Many have disputed the veracity of the video, as it was never reported by a news agency, and the source of the video was never located. Some say it's been doctored to create the illusion of lightning strikes, but because the man cannot be identified, this mystery will never be fully solved. A soldier was driving his Jeep near Camp Bastion in Afghanistan when a massive Boeing 747 came into his line of vision. The plane was a military freighter on a routine trip from Dubai to Bagram, but the flight ran into problems when the wind shifted 120 degrees in a matter of moments. From the dashcam, we can see that the nose of the plane lifts dramatically, before swinging down toward the earth and exploding in a ball of flame. The US military later released reports saying that the aircraft had jammed as it landed, leaving the pilots unable to correct the plane's course. While there's nothing supernatural in this video, it may be the scariest in our countdown, because its tragic content was verified by multiple sources. The following clip received a huge amount of attention online but was never properly investigated. In 2014, a video from a Russian dashboard cam was released with no caption or explanation. The clip soon went viral, though its creator remained anonymous. The footage shows a number of cars in busy Moscow traffic preparing for a left-hand turn. Everything progresses normally until a ghost car veers out from nowhere. If you slow the video down, it's not visible approaching from any direction, nor can you see it through the windshield of the other car. Because of its mysterious origin, some think that the footage has been doctored, but it's hard to deny the ghost car is pretty eerie. A retired couple experienced multiple break-ins at their private Yosemite property, so they set up security cameras to find the culprit. They were shocked when the video did not reveal intruders, but instead a cluster of otherworldly beings. The creatures appear to be bipeds, shifting weight awkwardly from one foot to the next, but they have no visible head or face. The couple reached out to a local paranormal expert, who was able to verify the video had not been tampered with. He's even posted a separate YouTube video, in which he corroborates these claims. Even more unsettling is the fact that these cryptids match the description of other reports from all over the region. There is no consensus on what these creatures truly are. Many think they are extraterrestrial, while some believe they are nightcrawlers or ghosts. Without a living specimen, this debate will be impossible to solve. Quorra Mk2 is a moderately popular YouTube channel that generally posts high-definition footage of motorcycle races and motorcycle maintenance. It's not the place you'd normally expect to find evidence of supernatural activity, but on a routine ride through Pasadena, Quorra passed the infamous suicide bridge. At its worst, the bridge had 19 suicide attempts in a single month. So when Quorra saw a lone woman walking along the bridge, he became concerned, but after quickly turning around, the woman was nowhere in sight. Fearing the worst, Quorra checked under the bridge, but still found no trace of her. After posting the video, other users reported similar experiences on the bridge. One mentioned a lady dressed in late 40s to early 50s style black dress walking on the side of the road. When they turned their car around to see if she was alright, she had completely vanished. In both cases, there were no suicides reported in the following days, prompting the question, where exactly did these women disappear to? Luton is a sleepy town in Britain with a population of just over 200,000. It's mostly considered a London suburb where nothing crazy ever happens, so that made it even stranger when a local restaurant released a video of alleged paranormal activity. A patron mentioned that she saw dishes flying of their own volition, and they reviewed the CCTV footage to see if there was anything to substantiate these claims. The video shows a woman eating at the buffet restaurant before getting up to refill her plate. First, a chair is moved almost imperceptibly, then a napkin moves, and finally a plate is flung from the table. Many people claim that someone must have tied strings to the items before they moved, but the video was posted from the restaurant's official account, and it seems like an odd publicity stunt. Would anyone be more likely to eat at a restaurant if they thought it was haunted? Though it can't be confirmed, many contend that the cutlery was moved by some sort of poltergeist. Eliza Lam was only 21 when she left her native Canada for a vacation in Southern California. Because she was traveling alone, Lam checked in with her parents often to let them know she was alright. So they were very alarmed when they stopped receiving calls several weeks into her trip. Their worst suspicions were confirmed 2 weeks later when her body was found floating in the water tank on top of a rundown Los Angeles hotel. This prompted a lengthy investigation by the LAPD, who uncovered an extremely bizarre video of Lam on the night of her disappearance. The shaky footage from an elevator security camera shows Lam swaying back and forth, pressing buttons repeatedly and nervously peering out of the elevator, almost as if she's being followed. Clearly, the elevator is malfunctioning as the video goes on for almost 5 minutes. Though there's nothing specifically incriminating in the video, it has fueled much speculation about her disappearance. Some believe that she was suffering from a manic episode, while others think that there was a murderer in hot pursuit. Whatever the answer is, Eliza Lam clearly had some sort of premonition that she was in danger. Jamie Carragher and Phil Neville are both huge names in soccer broadcasting. They commentate many of the UK's biggest matches and boast enormous ratings for Premier League games. That meant that there were plenty of witnesses when a dark figure flickered on and off screen during their after-match discussion. The figure can be seen wandering through the empty field in one frame, only to disappear in the next and reappear elsewhere. Clearly, the commentators were oblivious to the figure moving behind them, but after mere minutes, the internet was abuzz with hypotheses regarding the ghostly groundman. Strangely, both Carragher and Neville remained silent on the subject, as did Sky Sports, the broadcaster. This spurred a furious debate over the source of this specter. Was it a mechanical glitch or a phantasm caught on camera? In this case, we'll never know. The Wentworth House is considered the largest private residence in the United Kingdom. It was built in 1725 in the English Baroque style, but more so than its massive grounds or impressive decorations, this residence is known as an epicenter of supernatural activity. The original owner was killed by King Charles I, and the family fell into a bitter feud that would last hundreds of years. After receiving information that the current owners had evidence of paranormal activity, Yvette Fielding, a paranormal researcher, was called in to investigate. They were exploring the largely unused quarters of King Charles IV when they caught sight of an unmistakable apparition. It was a man who appeared to walk up a flight of stairs only to disappear in thin air. The team searched for him afterward but was unable to find anyone else in the home. Of course, many say that Fielding and her team depend on videos like this to increase their business and the success of their program, Most Haunted. It's possible that the video was a hoax, but Fielding maintains that the footage is real. In regards to the clip, she stated, "I was so gobsmacked I was properly sobbing." Celaya Soul is a popular Mexican daytime talk show. They normally focus on human interest stories, local news, and charity events. But in early 2018, they invited famed spiritual medium Moni Vidente on their program. Though Vidente is best known for writing weekly horoscopes that are syndicated all over the Spanish-speaking world, she also claims to have a direct connection to the afterlife. While it's always healthy to exercise skepticism, Vidente had some surprise guests to support her claims. Early in the interview, as everyone is seated on a couch, a piece of the set appears to break loose and a dark mass disappears with it. Even after it settles, the set decorations continue to spin as if some force is actively moving them. Of course, it could be a hoax, but Vidente is adamant that she felt the presence of a poltergeist on the set that day. On the night of December 23, 2017, millions of residents in Los Angeles County witnessed an incredible phenomenon. Videos captured a brilliant light soaring across the sky, with some sort of luminous residue billowing behind. Of course, onlookers were quick to speculate about extraterrestrial activity, and the object was soon dubbed the LA UFO. However, after a brief panic, authorities confirmed that the light came from a Falcon 9 booster rocket, taking 10 SpaceX satellites into orbit. This sparked anger from citizens who felt that there should have been some kind of warning. Regardless of the cause, the rocket made for some pretty spectacular footage. Russia is the epicenter of Slavic legends about terrifying beasts and monsters. Most are described as dark creatures that come to snatch children from their beds at night. That makes this footage of a dark, slender monster scaling the walls of a Russian apartment building even creepier. The video is shaky, but the strange form is unmistakable. As with many videos that appear online without a source, many people claim this video is a hoax, but just as many believe it's some sort of alien spying on sleeping humans.